Hello and welcome back to another Minecraft video. In today's video we shall be continuing Compact Claustrophobia. So let's get started. As you can see, I've done some off-camera grinding and I made an automatic farm to get me lots of materials such as nickel, tin and lead. Right now I'm getting it to collect iron and copper using these. I also made an automatic farm to produce me all of these, and all it uses is a lot of iron pickaxes. Next, I made a sugarcane farm, which I got from the sugarcane seeds, which I got from scavenging in coarse dirt. Next, I made a workshop. Very cool. I made this workshop. And I made this room full of water, so I can get water whenever I need it. I also made this storage room. And as you can see, I made 4 more compact machines. This one, which I'm going to put in here to remove all of its NBT data. And I added a couple more uranium blocks to make this a lot faster. But let's get on to the goal of this video. Our goal will be to create this metal press. So let's get started with this quest, which requires us to create an engineer's workbench, which is 3 treated wood planks and a treated wood fence and a crafting table, which is the fence is just 4 treated planks and 2 treated sticks, like that. To get treated wood, I believe, yes, we just need planks of any type around a sewage bucket. And to get a sewage bucket, we need water and we need all this poop which I made. So we throw that in there and we get sewage. Then we try to find more wood if we don't have any. But luckily we've got a lot of wood in here. So yeah. Okay, now that's grown. We can cut that into 8 planks, which we can put around the sewage bucket to get 8 of those, which leaves us 1 off of what we need to do to make. So we'll grow some more of these. I will quickly cut and get a lot of wood before I continue. Okay, so I collected a couple of oak cuttings, which I can put in here to turn into more wood than I would usually get. But let's make some more of the wood that we need right now. Let's get the sewage and let's surround it with the wood. Perfect. Now we can just craft a crafting table with the wood that we get from here, which is already so much, and as you can see, it's barely going down. Okay, let's wait for it to get to 32. Then we can take it out and use it to create a crafting table, to create an engineer's workbench, which we can place right here. Nope, not there. I want it right there. Perfect. That means next we need to go on to this quest to get an engineer's blueprint and a metal press mold. So let's figure out how to get this. This is a steel plate, which we don't have, copper and gunpowder, which we don't have, or iron, aluminium and copper, which we do have, at least if we can get aluminium easily. But we can easily get aluminium from aluminium dust right here. Never mind, it might be a bit harder to get aluminium. So we're going to have to figure out how to get it. I believe it's in one of our quests we have. Ah yes, over here. Getting it from sand is such a chore. And it looks like we need to sieve sand to get it. And we can also do it in a iron stiffened mesh or a flint stiffened mesh. Or we can use an aluminium pickaxe, which would be a lot easier. So let's figure out how to make this, which is just 6 flint around our string mesh. If I can figure out how to get it out. I believe you get it back by breaking it. Yes. Now we go to the auto iron to get the flint, and we go to here to get the 6 iron we need. Then we split it and smelt it. Now we can create the flint mesh, and to get the iron mesh, it will give us another 25% chance. It will give us a 2.5% chance more. And we're going to need to use a lot of gravel, as we're going to need a lot of sand. So let's get to mining, or accidentally going to different dimensions. We shift, and then we clear it all up in a second using vein miner. Very handy. And then we do that again. And we get all the sand we're possibly going to need. So we go to our workshop, create the iron mesh, and then we sieve it. Just like that, except it's supposed to give us some materials. So I'll cut back when I get enough material. Okay, so after a bit, I finally got this aluminium pickaxe from 3 aluminium. And with this, I can create unlimited aluminium. Perfect! Since I only need 1 piece, I can start that and put that in the furnace, so it will start smelting. And all of this is to create this. Next, I need this lapis, which I can get from scavenging using a steel pickaxe, which is crafted using 2 treated sticks and steel. And steel is crafted from steel grit, which I get from exploding iron, which is why I grinded a lot more iron, like that. But now let's create the blocks and let's get our TNT. Like this. And let's get ready to blow it up. So we get all of these here. And then we just need a way to light it. And the best way would be flint and steel. So we can get our iron here. And then we can smelt it. And we should also get the paper we need. Well, the pressed off, which is paper in sewage, which is quite easy for us since we have a lot of sewage. Okay, so now we let that blow, and then we can re-enter, and we get around 100 steel. Very handy. So now we just need to smelt this steel, I believe, to create. Yep, we need to smelt 3 steel to create a steel pickaxe. And whilst that's smelting, we should actually smelt all of it. So we can split it like that. And then we can put that in there. And that in there. Get more wood so I can create more fuel. And then start the upgrading process to get a steel pickaxe, which has a chance to give me lapis, like that. So now we just need the engineer's blueprint, which is 3 lapis in the middle, iron, copper and aluminium at the top, and 3 paper. So all we need is the iron and the copper, which we might have some of in here. No, we don't. We've got some copper grit and no iron, of course. Meaning, let's mine a bit for it. And we should probably stop smelting this, since getting this iron and copper is a lot more important. So now we get the copper, put that on the left, I believe, and we should also get the sugar cane, which of course we can get there. Craft the paper, and now finally we can create a engineer's blueprint, meaning I believe we actually did it wrong because we needed a different mold, it seems. Yes, we do need a different mold. So that means we need even more lapis. That's aluminium. There we go. The 3 lapis again. So we need this one, which we can get from steel, which we need an engineer's hammer for, which is 2 sticks, 2 iron, and string. How do we get string? To get string, it's just hemp, like usual. We should have some in our chest over here. Ah, we've only got one piece. Luckily, we've got this giant hemp farm, which will create us that. And we can use up this iron, since we don't really need it. But what we do need is more wood. So we can get that wood, turn it into sticks, and create an engineer's hammer, which we can make a steel plate with. Which, of course, when we get the sugarcane, hammer, when we get the sugarcane, we'll be able to make the stuff we need. And I accidentally broke that. There we go. Now we go back to the workshop, craft it into paper, and finally create the engineer's blueprint for the metal press mold. And all that is 5 steel plates and 1 engineer wire cutter. So 5 steel plates and 1 engineer wire cutter. Should be easy, since all we need is the engineer's wire cutter. Just like that. So we can craft that into a metal press mold plate. Perfect. And next, let's get this pressed off, which, of course, you guessed it, we're gonna need more sugarcane for. I don't know how much we're going to need, so I'm going to go AFK it. Okay, so after a bit of grinding, I finally got all of the pressed off I needed, which I turned into leather, as you can see here. And now I'm working on this quest. And all I need is to make this, which I can do right here with these materials. I can create a thermoelectric generator, meaning we finally have the metal press, which requires all of these materials. So let's get started. First, we're going to need a heavy engineering block, which requires electrum. To get electrum, we need silver and gold. That shouldn't be that hard, since I should have some gold and silver in here. We also need these conveyor belts, which is why I needed the leather, which is just 2 iron and 1 redstone, which I have. So we can put that in here. And we've got the conveyor belts. This piston is just a regular piston crafting recipe. So iron there, redstone there, wood over the top, and of course stone, which I currently do not have any stone, unless this works, unless using a different type of stone works. but I don't think it does. But always time to try. Yeah, it doesn't. So, let's get some cobblestone, which of course means wooden pickaxe time. Get the wooden pickaxe, and since we only need 4 pieces, it shouldn't be that hard. We'll only need 16 or 11 since we already have 3. No, we need 13. Like that. And then we craft that into cobblestone to get our piston. Next, we need the redstone engineering block, which is 4 iron, so a copper ingot, and 4 redstone. So, let's go in here, get the 4 iron, the copper, and let's start smelting. And let's fuel it with more wood. And as you can see here, I've started to make another compact machine. Since this episode, we shall definitely be able to create the next compact machine, which means more room. Perfect. And then we should be extremely close to the next one. But we'll still do that in the next episode. So, we let that smelt. Then we create the redstone engineering block. Now the heavy engineering block, which just requires more pistons. Wonderful. I'm going to go collect those. Okay, now that we've made all of the pistons we need, all we need is the steel plates so we can create steel components, which means we'll finally be able to create this. So it's an electrum in the middle, which we forgot to smelt like usual. Steel around the edges, and the electrum goes in the furnace. And whilst we're waiting, we can get this final piece of modulararium, which of course will mean we'll be able to create another compact machine. Perfect. So we put that in there, and we put that in there, and we can also test out our other machine, our new one, the thermoelectric generator, which I believe works off heat on one side and then a coolant on the other side, which can be water. Perfect. Well, we can pick that up now. Pick up the electrum. Craft the heavy engineering blocks. Craft this modularium into a block of redstone, into a machine casing, to create our next tiny compact machine. Which of course means all we need to upgrade it will be steel scaffolding, which is 3 steel and 3 steel rods. The steel rods are crafted just like that. So We finally got it. Meaning we also claim a sticky piston. Neat. We should put a bit of our stuff in the storage now. Since, well, our inventory is starting to fill up a lot. And we can go back here to get our sticky piston. Perfect. Now we can craft this, which would only be a book and a lever, but I don't really know how to get that. So I'll try to figure it out on my own. I believe it's like that, 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 like that, with a steel scaffolding there. And then lastly, the piston. I believe that's correct. And we can check by going in here, seeing that we've used all of these, except we haven't. So let me figure out how to make this real quick. Okay, I found out you build it exactly like this, and to change this direction I just right clicked it with the engineer's hammer, and to finish the build I right click the piston, which gets me this perfect looking metal press. So let's get down the power for it, if it works how I think it works. Which it does not seem to do. But all we need to do is just turn these 4 machine pieces into tiny machine pieces. How exactly you drop them in, I do not know. Possibly a hopper. So I guess we can try a hopper, since that's what it's most likely to be. And we're also going to need to take this for now. Until, of course, we can get this working. But now it should be getting energy. Nope. Is it supposed to be at the top? Yes, it's supposed to be at the top. That makes sense. Now we get some more wood. And we have this bug again. I don't know why that bug happens, but oh well. And we farted. So now we just wait for the final pieces of wood. Never mind, we're going to need a bit more wood. And more uranium, because we're going to need to create the walls for it. But it's basically the last pieces of wood. This tree right here will be the last piece of wood we get. Never mind, this one will be. Well, the last piece of wood we'll get this episode. So, we put it in the formation of a chest, a hopper. And then let's see if that works. So hopper in the tiny compact machines? No. Like that? Nope. In that case, I am stuck. So I'm going to try again. Okay, after a while, I finally figured it out. I had to put the plate in there. Silly me. And then I can just drop them on, like that. Which means I'll be able to create these tiny machine pieces. Oh. Which of course will mean I can go to my workshop, place these in the corner, place the walls around it, and place the machine casing to get a small compact machine, which means more room for us. Perfect. So, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.